Once everyone is settled and seated, we are going to have a few minutes of silence. Friends, family, and acquaintances, we are all gathered here today to pay our respects to Romeo, Juliet, and Paris. They were all three young adults in a very difficult love triangle. Although Romeo was impulsive and immature at times, his passion made him an extremely likable person. His only interest in his life was his love for Juliet, and not the family feud. Juliet was a happy, very passionate, and good-natured young woman, with great inner strength. She was quiet, innocent, and followed all the rules until she met Romeo, the love of her life. Paris was known for being honest and wealthy and held a high rank. He was truthful and loving and cared about Juliet. Romeo and Juliet were secretly in love, and Paris was an outsider looking in. Romeo and Juliet knew that they wanted and had each other, but Paris was deceived by both. Paris only wanted to become Juliet's husband and to love her. Little did he know that it wasn't possible because Juliet was already married to Romeo. I am now going to list 3 lessons learned from the lives of these 3 young adults. One lesson is about making rash decisions. A few examples of this are Romeo killing Tybalt, Romeo wanting to kill himself because of his banishment, and Romeo and Juliet getting married. Another lesson is to never act on impulse. Examples are Romeo impulsively changing his love interest from Rosalind to Juliet, Friar Lawrence not fully thinking through his plan for Juliet, and Romeo killing Paris at Juliet's tomb. A third lesson is suicide is never the answer or option for any problems. An example is Romeo and Juliet killing themselves because of loving problems. They could have gone to their parents and told them about their love for each other and how passionate they were. Often, parents come around because of the interests and happiness of their children. This tragedy could and should have been avoided. This tragedy is also the only thing that stopped the family's feuds between the Capulets and the Montagues. The families have come together to mourn the deaths of their children. It's a very sad occasion that everyone can learn and mourn from. Don't take things or people for granted, because one day you might not be there for them and they might not be there for you. At this time, we will now take 10 seconds to have a silent space for them. All right. Thank you for listening.